Hello students, welcome to discussion of numerical ability section of IBPS Clerk Prelim All India Mock Test. The mock test reference number is AIMT 2012001. Okay, just before we start discussing the questions, let us look at the strategy to be implemented for this particular mock test. So generally we told you the order to start with, right? In general, we start with the scoring areas like your simplifications, approximations, series, quadratic comparisons. Then you do your individual questions, then solve your data comparison in case prelim exam will not be asked. In case main exam also the same strategy, data comparison, data sufficiency questions. Then we will solve our data interpretation questions. Now let us look at what does this paper have. This paper, each section is separately timed. So quantitative aptitude or numerical ability, you have 20 minutes of time for this numerical ability section. The order to be followed. Now, if you see here, you have 8 questions of simplifications. It is always advisable you start with simplifications because those are easy to crack and scoring areas. And missing number series, about 6 questions. Then quadratic comparisons, 4 questions. Individual questions, 12 questions. And data interpretation, we have only one set of 5 questions, bar graphs. So, you try to solve in this order. First, you solve questions on simplification. If you go by the order which we are discussing in the last few mocks, then series, then quadratic comparison and individual questions, then data interpretation. Now, while discussing that question, we may discuss it in easy, moderate, or what is the level of difficulty of that particular question. But when you see here, this 20 minutes of time for this section, you should divide this time ideally for each of these subtopics, right? If you take simplification, spend about 3 minutes to 4 minutes of time, or let us say 3 minutes of time on simplifications, or I can say 3 to 4 minutes of time. Spend 3 minutes on number series, then spend about 3 minutes of time on quadratic comparisons, right? So 6 plus 4, maximum 9 to 10 minutes of time is over. Then I am saying spend 6 minutes to 7 minutes of time here, and 3 to 4 minutes of time. There is only one data interpretation step left over. Now if you look at here, out of 8 questions in 3 to 4 minutes of time, you can comfortably solve about 6 questions. Out of 8 you can solve easily. Then in number series, in 3 minutes of time you can solve another 4 questions. I am taking a lower side. 3 minutes, quadratic equations, all 4 questions can be solved. All the 4 equations are easy with smaller numbers given. In 6 to 7 minutes of time, you can answer about 6 to 8 questions here. And in 3 to 4 minutes of time on DI 5 questions, you can easily attempt about, you can easily solve about 3 to 4 questions, right? So if you say 10, 14, 20, 23, 14, 18, 22, 27, sorry, this is 27, 14, 10, 14, 20, 23, my mistake, sorry, 23, then 10, 14, 18, 8, 26. So 23 to 26 is considered to be a good score in this paper. Anything less than this, then I am saying you need to see where you are seriously going wrong. You need to revise those topics, right? Let us start discussing this session, this particular question, students. Question number 1 to 8. What will come in place of question mark in the following question? So these are, we need to find out question mark will be given. What comes in the place of, what will appear in the place of question mark, right? So these are simplification questions. The 8 questions on simplification. So these are simplification questions. Now, approximation questions, you will take the approximate value and solve, but simplification questions, you have to take the exact value and solve. Now, students, you have to be very careful. See, you need not get in simplifying all the values. You see how I do this. 4096 cube root. 4096 cube root is 16. Because we told you to learn cubes up to 20, 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, up to 20 cubes. So 16 cube, we all know it is 4096. Or, you know 15 cube and 20 cube, right? So 15 cube is how much? 3375. And how much is 20 cube? 8000. So 4096 is between these two, and last digit is 6. So most likely it should be 16 cube, right? So 16 plus 17 square is 289 minus 144, right? Now see here, is equal to x minus 27 into 9, 180 plus 63 minus 243. Now 89 plus 16, 105, 44. 44 minus 5. 44 plus how much is 5? See, what I am doing is, if you add this 305 minus 144. Or, see here, you bring this 243 this side, what will happen? 305 plus 243 minus 144. 43 plus 5, 48. I am taking on the last two digits. This is 44. So 44 plus how much is 48? 4. So my last two digits should be 4. In which option you are having last two digits as 4? Third option. So third option should be my answer. You got the point? So 289 plus 16 is 305 minus 243 will become plus 243 minus 144. I am taking only last two digits. 43 plus 5, 48. Remove 44, you are getting last two digits as 4. Last two digits as 4, there is only one option. I am not getting into simplifying or finding out the exact answer. There is only one option with last two digits as 04. That should be my answer. Question number 2. 9 by 16 into 256. 16 square. 16 into 16 is 256. 16 into 9, 144. 1 by 7. You can do it in two ways. 1 by 7 is 8 by 7 into 301. Or the easier approach would be 1 by 7 is 1 plus 1 by 7. So into 301. So it is nothing but 301 plus what is 1 by 7 of 301? 7 4s are 28, 43. So it is 344. Right? Is equal to 276 plus x. So minus 276 is equal to x. Now 44 plus 44, 88. Last two digits you are subtracting is 76. 76 plus how much is 88? 12. So last two digits should be 12 here. There is only one option with last two digits as 1 and 2, that is 12. Third option should be my answer. Question number 3. 54% of 800 divided by 24. 54% of 800. So how much is 50%? Half of 800, 400. 4%, 1% 8, 4% 32. So 54% will be 432. So 432 by 24 is equal to 384 by 4 square is 16 into x. 16 2s 32, 64. 16 4s. 24 ones 24. 192. 24 how many times? Right? 8 times. So x is equal to 18 by 24, 6 3, 6 4. 3 by 4 is nothing but 0.75. 0.75 is present in fourth option. Question number 4. You need to be thorough with your BODMAS rule. What is BODMAS rule? Brackets of division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. We need, this is the order of preference of the operators, right? So you can see division plus into. So first we should do division, then we should do into, then we should do addition, right? So 325 by 5, 65 plus 16 into 8, multiplication 128. So 128 plus 65, 193. Division and minus. First we need to do divide. 91 by 7 is 13. 13 minus 19 is, sorry, 13 minus 29 is minus 16. So x minus 16. X is equal to 193 plus 16. It is nothing but 209. 209 is present in second option. Question number 5. So again, as I told you, BODMAS rule you have to follow. Brackets of division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. So division first, then addition, then division here, then addition, then division here. See it? 1616 by 16 plus 2295 by 27 plus 336 by 21. Alright? 16 101 times. 27 goes how many times? 27 8 times. 160 plus 56 216. Then 135 27 5 times. 21 ones 21, 126 21 6. Now if you add these, 186 202 is my answer. Otherwise you see here 5 plus 1 6 plus 6, last digit should be 2. There is only one number with last digit as 2. That should be your answer, or you add, you will get 202, right? So fifth question, answer choice is 5. Right? Question number 6, students. Now I will square on both sides. Here square root will get cancelled. We will get 28 square. How much is 28 square? 28 square is 784. Add this 58 plus 76, 134. 734 plus x, squaring on both sides. 28 square is 784. X is equal to 784 minus 734. It is 50. 50 present in third option. Question number 7, students. 8 cube. 840 by x is equal to 48 plus 8 cube. 8 cube is how much? 512. So it's 560. X is equal to 840 by 560. Right? 28 3s 84, 28 2s. 3 by 2 is 1.5. 1.5 is present in fourth option. Eighth question. Again you can see division plus. So first division, students, here 85, I'll write like this, into 13 by 17 plus 44 minus x square is equal to 84 by 7 into 5. 7 goes 12 times, so 12 into 5, this is 60. 17 goes 5 times, 65 plus 44, 109. 109 minus 60 is 49 is equal to x square. From this we can say x is equal to root 49, that is nothing but 7. 7 is present in first option. So we have completed series questions. So directions for question number 9 to 14. What will come in place of question mark in the following number series? So these are number series questions which we are discussing in your reasoning part of your paper. So also you can alternatively look at your solution. These are easy questions to understand. We are not discussing in this particular session, right? So let us take up question numbers 15 to 18. In the following questions, two equations numbered 1 and 2 are given. You have to solve both the equations and give answer. So these are quadratic comparison questions. There are 4 questions 15 to 18 on quadratic comparisons. We will mark first our answer as option 1 if x is greater than y. Option 2 if x greater than or equal to y. Option 3 if x is less than y. Option 4 x less than or equal to y. Option 5 if x is equal to y, or if you are not able to get a definite relationship, we will go for option 5. You have solved 7 questions on simplifications already. You have seen the questions are quite easy to solve. Quadratic comparisons also very easy questions with simple numbers. Now, how to solve quadratic equation? We told you the standard form of the quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. We'll take b value, we'll take a into c value. If a into c is positive, what did we discuss? We write b as sum of two numbers, such that their sum is equal to b, product is equal to a into c. In case a into c is negative, what did we discuss? Write b as difference of two numbers, such that they are equal to b and product is equal to a into c. Now, let us take the first case. What is b value? Minus 2. How much is a into c? A is nothing here, no coefficient, so 1. 1 into minus 195 is minus 195, right? Now, a into c is negative, so write b as difference of two numbers, such that their product is 195. So, difference should be here 15, 13, right? Difference should be 2. 15 into 13, 195. 15 and 13 difference is 2. But actually we should get how much? Minus 2. So, larger number should be negative. Minus 15 plus 13 is minus 2. Minus 15 into 13 is minus 195. While writing the roots, I told you just change the sign. Minus 15 will become plus 15. Divide by coefficient of x square. What is coefficient of x square here? Nothing. 1 here. So I am not dividing with 1. Plus 13 will become minus 13. By 1 will remain same. So y square is equal to 225. So y is equal to plus or minus 15 we will get. Right. So y value is plus 15 or minus 15. Now if you take first root, 15 means x is equal to y, minus 15 means x is greater than or equal to. If you take minus, x will be less than y. If you take minus 13 minus 15, minus 13 is greater than, smaller number with negative sign will be greater. Minus 13 is greater than minus 15, but minus 13 is less than positive value 15. So I am getting less than 1 and greater than 1. So we are not getting a definite relationship. So no relationship can be established. Option 5. Question number 16. Here students, how much is b value? Minus 11. 3x square minus 11x plus 6. How much is a into c value? 18. Now simple. A into c is positive, right? B as sum of two numbers such that their product is 18, sum is 11. So 9 and 2. How much is 9 into 2? 18. How much is 9 plus 2? 11. But we should get minus 11. So my number should be minus 9 minus 2. Minus 9 minus 2 is minus 11. Minus 9 into minus 2 is plus 18. So while writing the roots, I told you change the sign. Divide with coefficient of x square. In the previous case, coefficient of x square is 1, so it is not making any difference. But here, coefficient of x square is 3. So 9 by 3, comma 2 by 3. So what are my roots? 3, comma 2 by 3. Now just look at these students. B is equal to minus 3. A into C is minus 18. Right, so 9 into minus 2 is minus 18, B is minus 3. So what we need to do is, we need to write B as difference of two numbers such that their product is 18 and their B value must be equal to 3. So what will you do here? How will you write B as difference of two numbers? Tell me students. Fast. 6 and 3. 6 into 3 is 18, 6 and 3 difference is 3, but we should get minus 3. So larger number I am taking negative. Minus 6 plus 3 is minus 3, minus 6 into 3 is minus 18. Their sum must be equal to the b value and product must be equal to a into c value. While writing the roots, you have to change the sign. Minus 6 will become plus 6 by divided by coefficient of y square, comma 3 by 9. 3 by 9 is 1 by 3. This is 3 2's, 3 3's. So y is equal to 2 by 3, comma 1 by 3. Now if I take 3 here, 3 is an integer, obviously it is greater than these two fractions. These two fraction value is less than 1. So clearly one relationship is this root is greater than these two roots. When you take 2 by 3, 2 by 3, 2 by 3 are equal, okay. 2 by 3 is greater than 1 by 3. So I can say greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to is present in second option. Root of x is greater than or equal to roots of y. So it is present in second option, right. Question number 17, students. B is minus 7, 2x square minus 7x plus 6. B is minus 7, A into C is 12. So write B as sum of two numbers, right? We can write it as 4 and 3. 4 plus 3 is 7, 4 into 3 is 12. But we should get minus 7. So I am taking minus 4, minus 3. That minus sign can be adjusted later. Minus 4 minus 3 is minus 7. Minus 4 into minus 3 is plus 12. So while writing the roots, you have to change the sign. Minus 4 will become plus 4 divided with coefficient of x square is 2. Comma 3 by 2. So 2 comma 3 by 2 are the roots. Then 4y square minus 5y plus 1 is equal to 0. So b is equal to minus 5. A into c is equal to 4 here. Right. So write a into c is positive. So write b as product, what you call sum of two numbers. I will write it as 4 and 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. 4 into 1 is 4. But we should get minus 5. Minus 4 minus 1. Minus 5, minus 4 into minus 1 is plus 4. So while writing the roots, I have to change the sign. Minus 4 will become plus 4 divided with coefficient of y square, comma 1 by 4. So the roots of y are nothing but 1 comma 1 by 4. Right? So 3 by 2 is obviously 1.5. If you take 2, it is greater than 1. Obviously it is greater than 1 by 4. 1.5 is greater than 1, greater than 1.4. So clearly x greater than y. X greater than y is present in your option 1, right. 18th question. 3x square minus 7x minus 6 is equal to 0. So what is my b value? Minus 7. How much is my a into c value? Minus 18. So a into c is negative. So write b as difference of two numbers. So b can be written as 9 and 2. 9 and 2 difference is 7. 9 into 2 is 18. But we should get minus 7. So larger number I will take it as minus. So minus 9 plus 2 is minus 7. Minus 9 into 2 is minus 18. While writing the roots, you have to change the sign. 9 by 3, comma minus 2 by 3. So 3 comma minus 2 by 3 are the roots. 3y square minus 13y minus 10 is equal to 0. B is minus 13. A into c is minus 30. Right? So a into c is negative. So write b as difference of two numbers. So I'll write it as 10 and 3. Right? 10 into 3 is 30 and 10 we should get minus 13. So minus 10 minus 3. Minus 10 minus 3 is minus 13. Minus 10 into minus 3 is, sorry, my mistake. 1 second. What is that you need to do? A into c is negative. So you have to write it as difference of two numbers. So I am writing it as 15 and 2. 15 and 2, my mistake, sorry, it is not sum of two numbers. 10 and 3 is 13, 10 plus 3, it is sum of two numbers. But a into c is negative, you have to write it as difference of two numbers. So 15 and 2. 15 and 2 difference is 13, 15 into 2 is 30, but we should get minus 13. So larger number should be negative. Minus 15 plus 2 is minus 13, minus 15 into 2 is minus 30. You got the point? Right. So roots of y, change the sign. 15 by 3 divided with coefficient of y square, comma, this will be minus 2 by 3. So 5 comma minus 2 by 3. Right? If I take minus 2 by 3, minus 2 by 3 equal, minus 2 by 3 is less than this. So relation is less than or equal to. Look at this, 3 is less than 5, but 3 is greater than this one. So one time it is less, other time it is greater. So we cannot get a definite relationship. Relationship cannot be established. Option 5. Right? In the previous case, we have made a small mistake here. A to c minus 30, you are taking it as 10 and 3. Minus 30 means you have to write it as difference of two numbers. 10 and 3 sum of two numbers. Right? So that is why I am taking it as 15 and 2. Right, students? Directions for question number 19 to 30. Select the correct alternative from the given choices. So these are individual questions. Question number 19, it is based on efficiency. There is your time and work efficiency. Okay. Maybe if you look at your prelim exam level, I can classify this question not an easy. I can say this as moderate level of difficulty question. This is moderate level of difficulty. Z is 150% more efficient than Y. Now if I take Y as 100, my Z should be 150% more. 150% means 150 more. Z should be 250. What is the ratio of efficiency? Is 5 2s, 5 5s. So Y is doing, this is efficiency, right? So Y is doing 2 units and Z is doing 5 units. Y and Z together can complete the work in 2 6 by 7 days. So total work is equal to, in 1 day, both of them together will do 7 units into 2 6 by 7, convert it to proper fraction, right? 14 plus 6, 20 by 7. So total work will be how many units? 20 units. Now X alone can complete the work in 15 days. So X efficiency, total 20 units is completing in 15 days, 5 4s, 5 3s. Per day, how many units X is doing? 4 by 3 units. Now what is the question? What portion of the work will be completed? X, if X and Y work together for 3 days. X in 3 days, how much X will do in 3 days? 3 into per day 4 by 3. So 4 units he will do. Y in 3 days? 2 units is 6 units, right? So both of them are doing how many units? 10 units. So what is the question? What portion of the work will be completed if X and Y work for 3 days? They are doing 10 units, right? Out of total 20 units. That means 10 out of 20 means they have done half of the work. Half of the work is present in fifth option. Half of the work is present in fifth option. Now, question number 20, students. Question number 20. The average age of members in an old age home is 83 years. Among them, the average age of men is 75 years. Okay. The ratio of men and women is 7:8. Men is to women ratio. Total number of members in the home, men and women together are 90. Find the average age of women in years. We can solve this question using our alligation rule. It will become very simple, right? What is your overall average? Overall average is 83. Average age of men is 75. So lowest value here 75. Women we don't know, we are taking it as X. So what's their respective ratio? Men and women. Men 7 parts, women 8 parts. So women here 8, men here 7. So X minus 83 is 83 minus 75 is 8. We know that these two are always mixed in this ratio. So 8 upon 7 is 8 by X minus 83. So X minus 83 is 7. X is equal to 90. Option 4. Right? Question number 21, students. A boat travels 108 kilometers in each direction upstream and downstream in a total of 19 hours 12 minutes. If the speed of the boat in still water, this is B value, is 12 kilometers per hour, find the time taken by the boat to travel 120 kilometers downstream. Now, this question can be solved using a shortcut formula. Distance D is equal to, is given by T into B square minus W square by 2B, when T is total time taken for upstream and downstream journey. Total time taken for upstream and downstream journey. Right? So 19 hours 12 minutes. So 19 1 by 5 hours, or I can say 96 by 5 hours. Because 12 minutes is nothing but 12 upon 60, 1 by 5 hour. 19 hour 12 minutes is 91 by 5 hours or 96 by 5 hours. So when T is 19 hours 12 minutes, total time taken for upstream and downstream, we know that each direction is 108 kilometers. We can substitute here, distance is 108. Time taken is 96 by 5 hours. We know B value is 2. How much? 12. 12 square 144 minus W square by 2B. 2 into 12 is 24. 24 4s 96. 4 27s 108. 27 into 5 135 is equal to 144 minus W square. From this I can get W is equal to 144 minus 135 is 9. W square is 9. W is equal to 3. Right? So we know W value is 3. Now what is the question? Time taken to travel 120 kilometers downstream. What is time taken for downstream? Distance traveled by downstream speed. What is downstream speed? B plus W. So 120 kilometers, B plus W is 12 plus 3, 15. This goes 8 times. So 8 hours. 8 hours is present in choice 3. 8 hours is present in choice 3. Right? Move on to next question. Question number 22. It is based on mensuration. Okay, let me tell you one point here. 19th question I told you it is moderate. Okay. Look at 20th question. I can say it is easy to moderate. If you know alligation rule, you can easily apply. Question number 21 is can be classified as easy if you know the formula. 22, yes, I can say it's not moderate, but it is easy to moderate. This kind of questions you might have done. Why I am classifying it as easy to moderate instead of easy is there is an equation you have to simplify that. So little calculations involved. It is not even moderate, between easy and moderate, right? A uniform path of 7 meters is all around a rectangular garden whose length is 7 meters more than width. Width is nothing but breadth. Okay. If the cost of painting the path at the rate of 5 per square meter is 3990, find the area of the region. Right. Now see here. Let us say if you take breadth as x, its length should be 7 meters more, x plus 7. He is putting a path, the cost of painting the path. How will you get cost of painting the path? Area of path into 5 per square meter is equal to total cost 3990. So what is my area of path? 3990 upon 5. 5, 7, 35, 49, 5, 9, 45, 45, 8. So area of path is 798 square meters, right? Now he is laying a path 7 meters. This is 7 meters. All around 7 meters. 7 meters. 7 meters. 7 meters. 7 meters. He is laying a path here, right? Is laying a path, right? So the cost of what is this? Painting the path, this path. So this region. How will you get this region? This region painting cost is 3990 at the rate of 5 per square meter, right? So this region cost is nothing but area of this path into 5 rupees is 3990 rupees, right, students? Rupees 3990. If I divide, I am getting area of this path as 798. How will you get area of this path? Area of outer rectangle minus area of inner rectangle. What is inner rectangle area? X into x plus 7. What is outer rectangle area? Now see here, my length 7 meters increase this side, 7 meters increase this side, 14 increase. X plus 7 plus 7 plus 7, x plus 21. Similarly, 7 this side, breadth 7 this side, x plus 14. So x plus 21 into x plus 14 minus inner rectangle is equal to area of the path. Area of the path, we got it. It is indirectly given. Cost of the path, we are finding out area of the path is 798. Now x square, you understood, right? So I am laying a path 7 meters this side, 7 meters this side. So x plus 7 plus 7 plus 7. So 21, x plus 21. Laying a path 7 this side, 7 this side. So plus 7 plus 7, 14, x plus 14. Now x square plus 21x plus 14x is 35x. 21 into 14 is 294. Minus x square minus 7x is equal to 798. X square cancel. 35x minus 7x is 28x plus 294 is equal to 798, right? So if you solve this, you will get x is equal to 18, right? This is 504, 28 1's 28, 224, 28, 8. X is equal to 18. So 798 minus 294. 798 minus 294. 94 plus 4 is 98. 2 plus 7 is 5. If you divide by 28, 28 ones are 28, 224, 28 goes 18 times. So what is the question? Find the area of the garden. We need to find out this area. This area is x plus 7 into x. You know x value is how much? 18. So 25 into x value is 18. 360 plus 90, 450 square meters. It is present in fourth option. Right, so we can, because of calculations involved, we can say it is easy to moderate, or you can also classify it as moderate if you are not comfortable with mensuration. Question number 23, students. Again, I can say if you know the approach, I can classify it as easy to moderate, alternate approach. Otherwise, again, you will feel moderate level of difficulty while solving this. A man earned rupees 9,120 on an investment of P on simple interest for 5 years at 10% per annum. If he invested P plus 1760 rupees on compound interest at 12% per annum for 2 years, find the interest earned by him. Now, for 10% for 1 year, 5 years means what is the interest he is getting? 50%. So 50% is 9120 under simple interest. 100% how much? Double 18,240. This is his principle. See, don't take X and all those, it's time waste. I is equal to PTR by 100, all those. Simple interest for 5 years at 10% per annum. First year 10%, second year 10%, third year 10%, fourth year 10%, fifth year 10%. So altogether 50% is getting interest on principal. So 50% value is 9,120. That's the interest he has earned. 100% should be my principal is how much? Double 18,240. Now under compound interest, what is happening is investing P plus 1760. That means 18,240 plus 1760 extra. So how much this will be? 20,000 is invested, right, at 12% per annum for 2 years. For 2 years, net rate of interest in compound interest is given by x plus y plus xy by 100%. We can use successive percentage formula, right? So 12% means 12 plus 12 plus 12 into 12 plus 12 into 12 by 100. 25.44% is the net rate of interest. So he's asking what is the interest. 25.44% by 100 percentage means into 20,000. 2 zeros, 2 zeros. If you multiply with these 2 zeros, this will become 2544 into 2. Double 2500 double 5,000, 44 double 88, 5,088 rupees is the interest. It is present in choice 4. If you go by formula, then it will be you can classify it as moderate, or you can even say difficult if you are not good at the concept. But actually, if you know, you have seen so many questions, I am saying this can be classified as easy to moderate. Question number 24. A shopkeeper sold 2 articles each at rupees 1755. So 1755 is selling price of each article. Right? The profit percentage on one article is equal to loss percentage on the other article. Have to be careful this one. If the overall loss percentage is 12.25%, then find the difference in cost price of both the articles. Now, this question can be classified as moderate. Right? Not that easy. Moderate level of difficulty. If you remember the basic concept, you can solve, but still I am putting this as moderate level of difficulty. Right? What is selling price of 2 articles? Each article is 1755 plus 1755. So 3,510 rupees. Now, selling price of each article is same, 1755, 1755. Profit percentage on one article is equal to loss percentage on other article. Okay, and overall loss percentage is 12.25%. Okay, let us here. If he is having overall, when you look at 2 articles, he is having a loss of 12.25%. That means he is selling it 87.75%. That is 87.75 by 100 of total cost price is equal to my total selling price. What is total selling price? Rupees 3510. So what is my total cost price? 3510 into 100 by 87.75. Right? Or I can write it as 3510 into 100 into 100 by 8775. I am removing these 2 points. 25 fours 100, 25 375, 12 remaining, 127. 25 fives 125, 2 remaining, 25 ones. 351 goes 10 times. So what is total cost price? 4,000. Now remember, selling price of each article is same. One article is sold at X% profit, other is sold at X% loss. Overall, there will be a loss of X square by 100%. X square by 100% is equal to, what's the overall loss? 12.25 percentage. X square is equal to 1225. X is equal to root of 1225 is nothing but 35. Because 35 into 35 we know 5 square 25 increase 3 by 1 it will become 4 1225. So root of 1225 is 35. So we can say profit percentage is 35% and loss percentage is 35%. We have to find out the difference in cost price of both the articles. We don't know cost price of first article, let's say X rupees. What is cost price of second article? We don't know, we'll take it as Y rupees. Now profit of 35% means what is the selling price? 135% of X. Loss of 35% means what is the selling price? 65% of Y. Two cases, right? 35% profit, cost price X. Profit 35% means total is 100. I am selling at 35% profit means I am selling at 135% of cost price. Loss of 35% means 100 minus 35. I am selling at 65% of the price, cost price, right? This is selling price, this is selling price. We know selling price of each article is same. So we are equating these two. Percentage will get cancelled. X upon Y is 65 by 135. 5 13s, 5 27s. So what is total cost price? 40 parts. 40 parts is how much? 4,000. That's the total cost price. We want difference. 13 and 27 difference is 140 parts. Is how much? 40 into 100. So difference is how much? 14 parts. 13 and 27 difference is 14 parts. How much? 40 into 10 4,000. 140 into 10 it has to be 40 into 100 is 4,000. 140 into 100 is 1400. Difference is 14. Right? We can also solve like this. We can take cost price as X. Cost price of this instead of Y, I'm getting a ratio, right? We can take it as we know total cost price is 4,000. It is 4,000 minus X. So 135% of X is equal to 65% of 4,000 minus X. Equate this directly, you will get cost price value. You know this cost price 4,000 minus X will be second one. So difference you can find out. Alright students. Question number 25. The ratio of P's age 3 years later to R's age 3 years ago. Later means hence afterwards. Is 3:1. Present average age of P and R is 18 years. Find the difference between R's present age and P's age 6 years ago. Let us take present age of P as P and R as R. Average is 18. P plus R by 2 is equal to 18. From this we can say P plus R is equal to 36 years. First equation. Now we got a ratio here. P's age 3 years later. P plus 3 after 3 years. R says 3 years ago. R minus 3. Ratio is 3 upon 1. Cross multiply. P plus 3 is equal to 3R minus 9. Or I can say P minus 3R is equal to minus 12. Second equation. So solve these two. P plus R is equal to what you called P plus R is equal to 36. What's the other one? P minus 3R is equal to minus 12. Subtract. P minus P will get cancelled. 4R is equal to 48. From this I'll get R is equal to 12. If R is equal to 12, substitute here 36 minus 12, P is equal to 24. What is the question difference between R's present age 12 years? P says 6 years ago. P says 6 years ago will be 24 minus 6 will be 18. Difference 18 and 12 is 6 years. It is present in third option. This is the equations question. I can say this is an easy question to solve. You could have attempted this question in the first round. Question number 26. This is based on average speed. If you pay attention, I am saying this is an easy question to solve. A man covers 1/3% of the distance, 1/3 of the distance by train traveling at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour, 40% of the distance by bus moving at a speed of 54 kilometers per hour, 1/9%, that is 1/9 of the distance by auto at a speed of 40 kilometers per hour, remaining distance by car at a speed of 56 kilometers per hour. If the total distance traveled is 540 kilometers, find the average speed of the man for the journey in kilometers per hour. Average speed is equal to total distance traveled by total time taken. Right? We know total distance traveled, right? Total distance traveled is nothing but 540. We should know total time taken. Now it is easy, right? 1/3 of the distance is traveling at 60 kilometers per hour by train. If you take train, what is the time taken by train? 1/3 of the distance means 1/3 of 540. That is 180 kilometers. Time is equal to distance by speed, right? So at what speed? 60 kilometers per hour. So it's taking 3 hours. Then 40% of the distance on bus. 40% of the distance. Time is equal to 10% is 54. 40% is 4 into 54. That is 216 by speed at a speed of 54. So it is taking 4 hours. Okay. 11 1 by 9th by auto. So by auto 1/9. 1/9 means 60 kilometers at a rate of 40 kilometers per hour. So 1.5 hours. Right. And the remaining distance by car. Okay. What's the time taken? Time is equal to remaining distance. 180, 54 into 4 is 216. How much? 396 plus 60, 456. So 540 minus 456, 44 plus 40, 84 kilometers. 84 kilometers is traveling at a speed of 56 kilometers per hour. 28 3s, 84, 28 2s, another 1.5 hours. So total distance by total time. What is the total time? 3 hours plus 4, 7 hours, 1.5, 1.5, 3, 10 hours. 54 by 10 is nothing but 54, present in fourth option. 27th question. Again, it is based on your simple interest. Man invested rupees X at 15% per annum on simple interest for 4 years. 1.25x at 12% per annum on simple interest for 5 years. Total interest earned by him is 14,175. Find the value of 2.13x. I'll tell you a simple solution to solve this. Again, if you know this, you can say this question is easy. Otherwise, you take x and solve, will be time consuming. Let us take x is equal to 100 rupees. Right? In scheme 1, he is investing for how many years? 4 years at 15%. 15% for 1 year means 4 years, 60%. So principal 100 rupees. Rate of interest for 4 years, 60%. So what is my interest here? 60% for 4 years, 60. Right? Scheme 2, he is investing 1.25x. 1.25 into 100, 125 rupees. 12% for 5 years. 1 year, 12%, 5 years means rate of interest 60%. 10%, 12.5 into 6, 72 plus 3, interest is 75. What is the total interest he is getting? 135. This is given as 14,175 rupees. Now find the value of 2.13x. 2.13x is nothing but 230 because 2.13x is into 100 because we are taking x as 100. So 213. 213 is how much? Cross multiply. 213 into 14,175 by 135. 135 ones, 135, 675 remaining, 135 5s. Right? Sorry, 105. My mistake, right? 1 second. Just here. In exam also you don't do this kind of calculation. You have to be little careful, right? So 135 ones, 135, 6 remaining, 67. 67 won't go in 135, so I'm putting a 0. Then 675, 135 5 times. So how much will be 213 into 105? You know, as a 3-digit multiplication, you can multiply. Or 213 into 100 is 21,300. Then 213 into 5, 1,065. 2, 2, 3, 6, 5, 22,365 present in fifth option. Or you know 3-digit multiplication, just to refresh your memory, it is 105. You will multiply rightmost digit, 5 into 3, 15. Then you multiply 2 digits, 5, this is 0, this is 1, 6 here. Again, all 3 digits, extremes you multiply, 10 plus 3, 13, middle is 0, 3 here, 1 carry forward. Leftmost 2 digits, 0 plus 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. Leftmost digits is 22365. Because there is a 0 in between, you can also use 3-digit multiplication technique. Question number 28. Okay, by the way, 27th question I told you it is easy. 28. 28th question is also easy if you paid attention to your percentages, right? In a class, 65% of the students passed an exam and the number of boys who passed is equal to number of girls who passed. If the number of girls who failed in the exam is 33, 1/3% more than number of boys who failed the exam. Percentage of boys who failed the exam. Now tell me, what is total failed? Total failed, total is 100, passed is 65, 100 minus 65, total failed is 35%. This 35% have boys plus girls. When you look at failures here, girls are 33, 1/3%, that is 1/3 more than boys. Boys, girls. If boys is 1 part, girls is 1/3 more, 1 plus 1/3, that is 4/3. So if you look at failed, what is the ratio? 1:4/3 means 3:4, right? So total failed is how much parts, how much percentage? 35. Boys plus girls is failed. Boys and girls who failed are in the ratio 3:4. So 7 parts, 35%. 35 by 7, each part is 5%. Now, percentage of the boys who failed. Boys percentage is 3 parts, 3 into 5, 15% failed. 4th option. Direct. Easy. That's what I'm saying. It is an easy question. Right? It should be the approach to solve. 65% failed means 65% passed means 35% failed. Now, boys is to girls, what ratio they are there? Those who failed, girls is 1/3 more than boys. If boy is 1, girl will be 1/3 more. Like 1 plus 1/3 means 4/3. So, boys and girls are in what ratio? 3:4. You can also take x. If you take boys as x, girls should be 1/3 more. X plus x by 3, 4x/3. I'm saying anyways x will get cancelled in the ratio. So I'm saying boy 1 part, girl should be 1/3 more, 4/3. Ratio of boys and girls failed is 3:4. So 7 parts, 35 means each part 5. Boys failed is 15%. If the question is find girls failed, 4 into 5, 20% should be your answer. 29th question. Difference between, this is an easy question, students. This is based on mensuration, easy question. Difference between circumference of a circle and its diameter. What is is 60 centimeters. What is circumference of a circle? 2 pi r, 2 into 22/7 into r minus diameter is 2 times of radius. The difference is 60. Take 2r common. What will happen? 22/7 minus 1 is equal to 60. So 2 goes how many times here? 30 times. R into, this is 15/7 is 30. 15 goes 2 times. So R is equal to 40. What is the question? Radius of another circle is 7 centimeters more than first circle. So new radius should be 7 more than this radius. So this is 14 plus 7 more. It is 21 centimeters. Find the area of second circle. What is area of second circle? Pi r square. That is 22/7 into 21 into 21. Right? So 7 goes 3 times. Right? So 22 into 21 into 3 times. Now if you observe here, don't do the entire multiplication. What's the last digit? 3 into 2, 6. 6 into 1 is 6. Last digit should be 6. There is only one option with last digit as 6. So 4th option should be my answer. 1386 square centimeters. No need to simplify, right? If you simplify also, you are going to get the same thing. Again, this is an easy question based on partnership. This is an easy question based on partnership. Now, before we discuss this question, what are the 3 rules in which you divide this profit here in the partnership? Capital is different, time period same. We will divide in the ratio of capital. Capital same, time period different. We will divide in the ratio of time period. If both are different, we will divide in the ratio of product of capital and time period. We have also learned one formula. P is A into T. A is capital and T is time period. If there is any working partner or active partner, we have to first pay his salary from the total profit. The remaining profit should be divided into one of the 3 what you call rules. Capital different, time period same, capital ratio. Capital same, time period different, dividing time period ratio. If capital, time period both are different, you have to divide in the ratio of product of capital and time period. Now see here, their investment ratio, capitals I denote by A. So 25,000 is to 50,000, 25 is to 50 is 1 is to 2. What is the time period ratio? Period of investments of X and Y, 8 is to 3. What is the profit ratio? Profit we know that A into T. So 1 into 8 is to 2 into 3. 2 goes 4 times. So what is the profit ratio? 4 is to 3. Total profit earned by them is 28,000. Find share of Y. X is to Y. So Y share will be 3 by total 7 into 28,000. 7 goes 4 times. 4,000 into 3 is 12,000. 12,000 is present in third option. Right? Directions for 31 to 35. Study the following bar graph given carefully and answer the question that follows. So this is a bar graph based question. Right? First we will look at what is the data given. Understand that, analyze that, then we will take up the questions. So these are the last 5 questions in the paper, student. The bar graph shows the number of voters in 4 towns in 2015 and 2019. Number of voters for 4 towns, PQRS. These are PQRS 4 different towns, and 2 bars are given for each year. So these are the number of voters in the year 2015, and the second bar represents the year 2019. There are 8,000 voters in the year 2019. Okay. Let us take up question number 31. What's the difference between total number of voters of R and S in 2015 and that of P and Q in 2019? Yes, here P 8,000, 7,500. R and S in 2015. 2015 is first bar, 7,000, 9,000. So if you see here, this is 16,000 R and S. P and Q is how much? 15,500. The difference is 500 present in fifth option. Or you directly compare 8,000, 7,000. So obviously 8,000, 7,000 means this is 1,000 more. P is 1,000 more. If you compare Q and S, S is 1,500 more. So obviously 1,000, 1,500 difference 500 is more by R and S. Or you add and subtract. Anything is okay. Question number 32. Ratio of total number of voters in 15 to that of 2019. I am saying when you're finding out ratio, last two digits are anyway 0 zeros. In ratio, they'll get cancelled. Ignore last two digits. We want total number of voters in the year 2015 is to 2019. Right? Now, here. Let's say 55, 85. How much? 140, 70, 210 plus 90, 30. Oh, sorry, 210 plus 90, 300. Into 2 zeros I'm removing means it should be 30,000 actually. Look at 2019, 80 plus 75, 155 plus 16, 215 plus 65, 280. Or I can say 2 zeros are removed, 28,000. So 0, 0 will get cancelled. Then 2 15s, 2 14s. 15 is to 14. It is present in fourth option. Question number 33. Number of voters of R in 2015, that is 7,000, forms what percentage of total voters in 2019? We know that 2015, we have already calculated this. 300, we have removed the 2 zeros. So 3,000, 30,000 is the total voters. 2019, the total voters are 280 into 00, that is 28,000. R is what percentage of 2019? 7,000 by 28,000 into 100. Simple calculations. This goes exactly 1 by 4. 1 by 4 is 25%. 25% is present in third option. Question number 34. Average number of voters in 2015. 2015, we know there are 30,000 voters. By average means 4 towns. So it is 7,500. 7,500 is present in option 2. Question number 35. By what percentage is average number of voters of R in 2015 and 2019 together more or less than number of voters of P in 2019? Okay, average of R is equal to, if you see here, average, you can ignore these two digits, right? P in 2019 is 8,000. Ignore last two zeros. 70 plus 60, 130 by 2. So 65. What is number of voters of P in 2019? 80. So I'm ignoring two zeros, right? So what percentage less? R is what percentage less than this? Difference 15. The opposite of less is larger value. Larger value is 80 into 100. 5 3s, 5 16s. You know 1 by 16, we told you to by heart this, right? 6.25 percentage. 3 by 16, 18.75 percentage. 18.75 percentage less is present in choice. Right? We'll stop here, students. So this completes the discussion of this clerical All India Mock Test 1, AIMT 201-2001. Hope you have followed this, you have enjoyed. Now, wherever short methods we have discussed, you just revise those methods, alternate approaches. You need to focus when we are discussing these individual questions. You have to focus more on alternate approaches. Maybe when you are solving DI also, focus on alternate approaches instead of giving traditional method, because only 20 minutes time left. In 20 minutes, how to maximize your score? If you follow the approaches which were discussed, definitely I am saying you will be able to score somewhere around 23 marks to 25 marks in this paper, right? So thank you, students. Stay home, stay safe, prepare with time classes. Thank you so much.